"Hey Chinky," looking right at
Kalakawa, Kalimata, and there were so
They used to call me Dakhar and they used to talk.
देखो देखो चाइना का माल आया है.
Called me Chinese, China Kamal, and there are.
I'm scared of Nagas and the meats they cut at home.
Name calling us, they called us Corona.
And I have been called Corona on my face.
With names like Momo.
Like Dhaka noodles, Manchurian, chili chicken.
I've been born and raised Khasi. I have Khasi friends. I think of myself as Khasi. I think it was the first year of college, and I didn't have a lot of friends, so I had made one friend. So him and I were chilling at a coffee place sort of thing in campus, and there were these two girls. I think they were 2 steps away. One of the girls said to the other one, as clear as day, she said in Khasi, she said, "Isi ikibriyo kum une," which translates to, "I hate people like these." And then they laughed about it, and then they went on the merry way. The sad thing about this incident is that it bothered my friend more than it bothered me, because I was used to it. I'm still used to it now.
My name is Varsha, and I'm here to talk about the discrimination that I faced my entire life. My dad is in army, so I traveled a lot. The more I traveled, the more names I got. People call me with different names. People call me Kalakawa, Kalimata, and there were so many names that I've been called. Yes, I faced racial discrimination. I faced discrimination on the basis of where I belong, on the basis of my color. And I personally think people should stop discriminating people on the basis of their color, caste, religion, or any ethnic group.
Okay, so hi. I'm half Bihari and I'm half Khasi, and while growing up, whenever somebody asked me, "What are you?" I'd always say, "Well, I'm Khasi," and they wouldn't believe me because I looked, well, they used to call me Dakhar and they used to talk in Khasi behind my back, thinking I wouldn't understand, even though I do because I'm very fluent in Khasi. And I feel like that affected me growing up, especially since I find the word Dakhar, especially when you mean it an insult, very offensive. So
for me personally, the names that I have been called in my life connected to racism would be Chinky. I've had people coming up to me and saying that had I not been so chinky and had I been a little bit more fairer, I would have been beautiful.
So there is a close friend of mine, and one day we were just talking, and she was like, "Where do you live? I want to come over." And I told her my address, and yeah, you can come over anytime. She knows that I'm Naga, and she was like, "Please put away all the meats that you all cut at home. I'm scared of Nagas and the meats they cut at home." And that moment she left me speechless, and thinking about it, it still hurts me a lot, and it's still ringing in my ears.
Hi, my name is Veronica. I'm from the beautiful states of Shillong. Recently, an incident happened with me where a person called me Chinese, China Kamal, and there are a lot more incidents where the person literally asks me when I'm going back to my country and what are the strategies or what is the next virus that my country is going to infect.
Hello everyone, my name is Devan Nongram, and I'm going to share my experience when I had gone for my study tour in Udaipur. So I was with my friend and we were conversing in English. So one of the local young boy, he said this thing in Hindi, "Dekho dekho China ka maal aaya hai," and I replied back in Hindi saying that China ka nahi, India ka maal hu, and they left.
Hi, I am Sakina, and I'll be telling you about what I faced when I was in Bangalore. So what happened was, me and my friends, we were out, we were walking down the streets, and a car passed by us wherein a guy, he shouted, "Hey Chinky," looking right at me, and I couldn't do anything at that point. I just looked right into him and they just passed by me, and so basically that's what happened, and that was the first time I ever got called a name like Chinky.
It was early March last year. Me and my friend were supposed to go back home the next day. We forgot to withdraw money, so we went to the ATM. we actually forgot to wear our masks. There were these two guys on a bike. They started name calling us. They called us Corona. There was nothing we could do about it, so we just went our way. Next, we went to the pharmacy to purchase some sanitizers. There was this drunk man on the next store. He noticed us and he started yelling at us. He said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" I said, "Excuse me, why are you not wearing one? If you're so concerned, why aren't you wearing a mask yourself?" He was not listening to us. I'm telling you, he only said this to us because of how we looked, because not a single person was wearing a mask on the street.
Hi, as being an army bred, we've always moved to places a lot, and wherever I've been, I've always experienced of being treated differently or oddly because of the way we look or because of the features we have. So it's illegal to treat someone differently just because of their race and culture. So if you've been through it or experienced it, please speak up and spread awareness.
Hi, my name is Astha and I have been called Corona on my face, and once a person online asked me to go back to China. Thank you. And once when I was shopping in Darjeeling, the cashier thought it would be nice to assume that I was either from Tibet, Bhutan or Nepal.
My name is Rahul Chitri and I'll be addressing my experience on racism. I've had first-hand experience with racism, and it all began when I was in class 4, where most of my classmates would call me and other people who were not from their community Dakhar. So Dakhar in itself is not a racist word, but when someone uses it as a slur or to discriminate or to depreciate or in a bigotry manner, of course it becomes racist. And I want to put this forward, it's because it's enough. And I've had this experience for the last couple of 6 to 7 years, and I guess it should be done because it's time for people to stop on commenting and making people insecure on basis of their appearance and looks, because it's 21st century and people should get enough of this. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ankita Thapa and I would like to share 2 incidents that happened with me. And for 3 years I was in Kolkata for my undergraduation. So what happened was, one day my best friend came to visit me and we went to Victoria Memorial, and there was this guy who came up to me and said, "Madam, kya main aapke saath photo le sakta hu?" And I said, "Kyun?" He said, "Kyunki aap India ke nahi lagte, aap tourist ho na." And I was speaking in Hindi, so it was very funny for me. So okay, ignored. And then there was this another incident that took place when I was crossing the road. We were all in a rush, and then there was this guy who looked really educated, who looked very smart, and who was really well dressed. He literally passed by me saying "Ching Chang Chu." And coming from a very educated person, like someone who was really well dressed, someone who seemed really educated, someone who seemed smart, it was really surprising for me. And also funny at the same time, because if he was trying to speak Chinese, that isn't Chinese. So yeah, these are my 2 incidents that I've faced.
Hey guys, I'm Jaya Candice Timbep, and I've been faced with a situation where I made this friend who wasn't from my state. He was from North India, and over the course of our friendship, he was teasing me with names like Momo. In the beginning, I didn't get the reference. It didn't make sense to me why he would call me Momo out of all the names he could have called me, and so I asked him why. He said, "Don't you get it? It's because you're a Northeasterner." He said that's what mainland Indians would call you guys. You guys are Momo, you guys are Chinese, and Chinky. And that's when it dawned on me that that was racism right there. To be honest, I was offended, but I decided not to be because it was stupid and it wasn't worth it. I told him not to call me or anyone, for that matter, those names. And it wasn't funny, even if it was meant as a joke. That isn't even something to joke about. But he didn't agree. I mean, I get it that maybe us as Northeasterners, we do look different compared to mainland Indians, and yes, we do live closer to China. But then we proudly proclaim ourselves to be part of this country. We are part of this country. Calling us and categorizing us as being part of another country doesn't make any sense at all.
Perhaps my first encounter with racism was back in class 8 when this new guy had transferred to our school from some other school in North India. And the way he chose to address me was a chinky Chinese dhara, and I'm pretty sure it was due to because my facial features that I don't look typically Indian. The thing that actually hit me was my friends used to call me that before, and I used to just brush it off because I thought, it was said in a friendly manner. But it was that moment when I actually realized that, hey, this is not okay. You can't address random people or even people you know like that. So yeah.
So hi, my name is Pratham, and I haven't had a recent experience of facing racism or something of that sort. But I remember way back when I went to Delhi, this was around 4 or 5 years back. It's small back then. Uh, there was this kid walking down, and she just looked at me and she told him, "Mama, look Chinese," and I was shocked. And then this series of other names that were used upon me, like Hakka noodles, Manchurian, chili chicken. And I just walked down the street thinking that do I have a menu on my back or my face that they're calling me this? I didn't understand what racism was. So now, as I grow big, I understand the gravity of the situation, and it's a pretty shitty thing. And I believe it's more about ignorance rather than arrogance, and this needs to be changed.
So, hi guys, first of all, I would like to thank everyone who have watched this video to here. I'm really thankful. Second of all, I would like to thank everyone who have shared their experiences, because it is really brave of you to share your experience. I'm really thankful. I have been sending a lot of messages to my friends, sending long texts, and I've sent it to so many people, and many people have agreed to it, and these are some they are some of them, and there are people who have not faced racial discrimination, which is okay. And I would like to thank everyone who have shared their experiences first, which is really important, and I feel that it is really necessary for now, especially these days, because people are speaking up, and it is important for us to speak and talk and share our experiences. I just want to address something that is really, I just want to tell that, why do we have to still go through racism today? It is the 21st century. Okay, forget 21st century, it's 2021 now. But I'm still happy that people are talking about it and people are sharing their experiences, because enough is enough, right? And the racism towards Northeastern people have been going on, it's been decades now, and I just wanted to put out a video which shared their experiences, first-hand experiences, because people have shared. I wish I could talk to them on the street or something as well, but then Corona is there and everything. But thank you for watching this video, and please don't forget to share, because the more we share, the more we talk, the more we share our experiences, the more the more people will realize the gravity of the problem, because it is a serious problem and it is rising every day, especially due to Corona now. And I don't know, why do you have to call people with names? Why do you have to judge people according to face structure? Sense to me, just because they don't look like you doesn't mean that they're not Indians. First of all, how do I tell? So basically, what is a typical Indian? First of all, I don't understand. Thank you for watching this video. Share as much as you can, because it is important for us to tell the world that enough is enough, and racism towards Northeastern people should stop. That's it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also people who have, I just wanted to mention that shut the fuck up. I wanted to say this. Shut the fuck up. This is for all the racist people out there. Shut the fuck up and start introspecting, because enough is enough. We're not gonna sit here and just keep quiet, because this is everyone's country. This is India, and we love India.